multiple kills or maniacs he already has under his belt, or even savages if you were to include MPL Malaysia. So I feel like they're just such on a similar wavelength. That's what's gonna make this matchup so interesting.
Well, Team Liquid has decided to go on the blue side, facing off SRG on the red, blue, and red color coordinated. So much flavor.
I appreciate this in more ways than any of you realize. Fanny and the Kalei are the massive Team Liquid. Is the Juicen and Yuzong, two very strong picks for Team Liquid. Now the question is SRG willing to play into the Fanny of Sanji? It was respect ban, sorry, not Fanny, Lo Yi of Sanji. That was respect banned by Team Falcons. That's why I got confused. In the first phase after Team Liquid were able to show off with that hero. So Grog gets taken out. I like the respect on Yumes from Team Liquid here. Those are two of his strongest picks that you can pair up with Yumes.
Completely agree. I think this is definitely one of the stronger openings, especially considering that, again, SRG so far in this tournament haven't really been pushed that hard. What they've been showing is basically what they've been playing throughout the regular season of MPL MY. And TL also haven't really been pushed to their limits. They can go into their deep hero pools and just show, we're just showing signature picks. This doesn't change anything.
This is making me think about how similar the priorities are too between these two teams. JP and Yumes in terms of their heroes. They seem to be the priority so far in the recent drafts, but let's see, because I think I heard the Claude being prioritized first for Liquid.
Very good stuff coming up from TL. They want to make sure that they can deny a pick from Innocent while have potential to actually win out the lane very handedly. Lancelot, the next follow-up coming in from the side of SRG with a 44% win rate. Rather surprising. I thought it was going to be higher, but hey, it happens.
So I'm wondering if SRG right now are gonna look at the likes of the... I know, because Yum still has his Tro. So maybe they can save that for later. There's a bit more flexibility.
I think considering that, again, the Jushin alongside with the Yves have been banned out, the only thing that they're worried about is if we lock in Farsa right now, what is the worst that could potentially happen? Or do we want to use Farsa as a potential bait point and build a composition directed at fighting and diving her position?
Seems to be a discussion happening on stage right now between the players and our marshals. Not going to be confirming any existence of any potential troubleshoot coming up just yet. We are seeing activity, so stay tuned, folks. We will send you an update once we have it available for you. Pick comes in, and it's a Sora. For SRG, it was open for them for the taking, but Valentina here is open for Team Liquid Philippines if ever they believe that Valentina is the definite answer to that Sora.
I think if they do decide to go Valentina on that end, SRG is going to start leaning into something that's a lot more lane dominant into the Valentina. All right, Hilda shows up for the early game, then the Valentina as well to kind of back the to kind of round it out for now.
Yeah, it's a very aggressive mid duo that you're gonna see from Liquid. Hilda and the Valentina. So sekysss, if not, well, at least he's a Lancelot, but there still is a threat of JP whenever he's on the Hilda. You can't take that away from him.
Yeah, it's become a signature in a way for him. It was one of the picks that he was using during the grand finals of MLBB Season 16 and during MSC as well. He's very disruptive. His impact may not be seen, but it is definitely felt by the opposing team. And the results that they are delivered are going to be kills for his team. SRG takes the low E away, and this time they're going to be playing the macro game.
2 times, 100% win rate. So crazy. Low E highly contested. But that being said, we have a special guest to break down the draft.
Thank you very much to our casters. And with me here right now is Wolf. As you all know him, he's a very analytical person. Now, Wolf, let's make this simple. Based on the first phase of the draft and ban picks, what are your opinions so far?
I like the first pick, Claude. We actually predicted it, and I thought that it's like the strongest hero in the metagame. We gave Team Liquid gave the Sora, but it was quickly countered by the Valentina, and then the Hilda counters the Lancelot. So it's like, Team Liquid has countered all of the heroes of SRG.
So you think SRG is kind of in a difficult position right now?
Not really, because there's still 2 picks that they can fix. They also have the last pick, so they can adjust. But I think it's just like for Team Liquid in the first 3 picks, they have the stronger first 3 picks.
If you were on the side of SRG, what would be a very viable pick right now to help with the counters that Team Liquid has just put up?
I want to say Freya actually against the Claude. It might work, but it would be the last pick. Maybe a Cram hero that's really strong because they already have the Sora. And a catch hero for Yumes. Maybe a Cho or even a Franco actually. I will not be surprised if they pick up Franco.
Franco, something of a pick-off for the side of SRG.
That's right.
Now, what do you think Team Liquid could do to somewhat solidify their draft even further?
I will not be surprised if Carl TZ goes utility here against Lancelot, maybe an Akai. But I'm excited for a potential Leomord. We have not seen Carl TZ play that, but in this particular game against Sora, against Lancelot, it could work.
Yes, Leomord is definitely a hot pick right now in the jungle. And as we can see from the side of Team Liquid, they have just banned off the pick-off hero for the side of Yumes. And over here, they did ban 2 more junglers.
Yeah.
So, any last words to wrap this up?
Yeah, Leomord for Carl TZ. That's what I want.
All right, thank you very much, Wolf. Guys, that is it from Wolf. We will throw it back to the panel to ask their opinion on Wolf's draft.
Thank you to Rose and Wolf for that on-the-ground report in terms of what to expect for the draft. Badanga's picked up after the choke is banned out by Team Liquid. They're not going to go for the pick-off. However, there's a pick here. Wolf mentioned Leomord. I'm thinking with the Valentina on their side, they can bring back Lucas in the jungle.
Yeah, I think you have a really good idea coming in because Lucas has CC immune, and I think Coach Arcadia is foreseeing the Leomord, right? Or even a Hayabusa, both of which get disrupted by the Badang at the end of the day, and we finally get the Farsa right at the very end. I mean, Sanji is probably hands on hips. Why take Milo Yi?
Yeah, they're going for a pretty normal draft actually for Team Liquid. Nothing too unusual, and especially in terms of the jungler picks for Carl TZ. But now we're waiting for Innocent, and Innocent has a lot of his signature options still available for him.
Why does he look so vicious while rubbing his nose?
Yeah.
Like, the game hasn't even started.
It's the eyes, man.
All
I'm
right.
gonna pick her for gold. Granger or I don't know, not Beatrix, right?
They could if they wanted to. There's pretty decent reason to actually go for it because there's a lot of heroes that actually like scoop.
Oh,
Oh, it's a gold lane Sora.
No! What? How? How's this gonna work? Wait, there's so many ways to play this now. Oh my goodness! Wait. Full matchup to deny potential dashes. It feels like everybody is just out to ruin the GOAT's day.
and he can go for either setups or the damage himself when he goes attack mode.
Yeah.
Different strat.
This game right now, it's on Sanji and Oheb with a counter index of 0.8 in favor of SRG, surprisingly, with a lineup rating that's 2 points higher. Yeah. Let's see the level of execution if you want to beat the numbers.
Brilliant. Team Liquid were expecting that Sora to go to the EXP lane. Now their Valentina is in the EXP lane against a Phoveus unless they ask for a switch. Welcome to game number 1. Team Liquid versus selangorredgiants.
I just gotta say, this is bothering me so much because the Sora can like cancel out the Blazing Duet freely whenever he just has to go for the tank mode. So this is not gonna be that much of a great time for Oheb.
I don't know, because I feel like Oheb, his biggest problem is going to be running away from Innocent when Innocent starts to get ahead. For now, the early stages of the game are going to be highly... Okay, whoa.
Oh!
No, that didn't seem right. Something about that did not seem right.
Okay. That was an early kill on Yumes, and we were just joking about that happening less than a minute. I never expected it to happen in this matchup.
Yeah, but again, that's first blood for Team Liquid, and that's exactly what they want, considering that SRG has a composition that can move fast and snowball fast.
Yeah. Going up against that Sora, interested to see how Oheb's going to handle the laning against that, but more specifically, Sanford, how is he going to handle that Phoveus in lane as a Valentina?
Ooh, good usage of the Litho Wanderer to actually get the splash damage onto Sanji. Let's quickly look at the emblems here, right? Of course, pretty standard all across the board. The only difference being just the cooldown reduction from Sanford's side rather than going for traditional movement speed or extra damage. But look at Innocent. He's going for temporal rain. That's kind of crazy considering that Innocent, he wants to be able to chain his abilities together, but if he misses one, it's over.
Yeah, and I feel like the Sora on its own already has a relatively low cooldown for the ultimate, so this makes it so much more worthwhile whenever he is on the ultimate. Sanford though, oh, Dark Wave connects, but he still has the flicker and will be able to stay alive.
Yeah, we saw Sanford was sticking close to the Lancelot. He was trying to read where the Thorn Rose would be landing. Another Thorn Rose, sekysss, keeping Sanford at bay really well. JP now forced to help and hold.
Pretty good so far, but I'm expecting to see Innocent to get involved. Oh my god!
The double dash will not be enough. That's gonna be first blood for SRG. Now they're gonna continue to fight, but Carl still somehow finds Crab. sekysss, will they actually take him on here? He has Yums and Stormy by his side, and they will not anymore. Carl gets a kill, but will they still actually contest?
Bit of a whiff there coming in from Yums, taking the TP from Stormy. But if he just landed, oh no.
Okay.
Fist crack.
Oh, there's the fist crack. JP trying to hold everything down, but sekysss takes him alongside the objective. SRG, seem to be in a really good tempo so far.
I don't know. I think it's like desperation requires a trade. If not, they're going to start falling behind and instantly canceling out the... Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa!
Forcing out the wings by wings. That was a close call for Sanji.
Yeah, the damage is nuts. Definitely, that Aura's impact is going to be felt more compared to that Claude that will need some time. Innocent just needs some space, and him being able to clear the minion waves faster when the rivers are up means that Sora is going to be an early game problem for Liquid. Now as it goes on, you realize just how difficult it is for Sanji to deal with the Phoveus, and hence why the move by SRG to suddenly put that Sora in the gold lane by last picking Phoveus to face up with that Valentina means that the Apex Predator, one of the key figures for the lineup of Liquid, is shut down.
Yeah, Sanford is going to start falling really far behind here because Crampy's got an amazing freeze. They're calling Daddy JP to try and break him out of that freeze, but Yums is not letting him make it easy, right? Despite dying twice, you would imagine that JP would have more control over this map, but Yums going toe-to-toe.
Movement is so limited for the EXP laner here of Team Liquid. You would expect that they could work hand in hand together with the Hilda and the Farsa, but it seems like nothing is going in their favor. JP gets caught there, but Sanji's able to reposition, forcing out the flicker from Stormy, and that's one battle spell down. Oh, wait, here up top. Two Phoviuses!
Oh, wait.
Fighting against each other, another Dark Wave connects, but Sanford somehow gets to put himself back under the turret. Carl joining in the fight. Will he get to use the Ogi Shadow Kill? No! JP and Carl are bursted down by SRG!
Great reaction time coming in from Yums. If he was a second late, Carl gets to live there, and so far, Sanford, he has just been eating so much damage, but because of the sacrifice of his team, he manages to even out the gold against Cram, even though those resources are technically trickling down into sekysss.
A fist crack on point. Now SRG gets priority with the turtle. Yums and Stormy now holding the brush. Here comes Yums.
Oh, they're going for JP. There's the Thorn Rose. Carl TZ looking for a target, but the flicker cancels it out. sekysss too uses the puncture, and now there's no way Liquid might actually still try to go for this. Carl TZ has already let go of his objective.
Very bold of sekysss to actually use the puncture instead of Phantom Execution, but he wants to make sure that he gets it no matter what and still has tools to get back out. This neutral objective, it's kind of whatever, but now Sanford realizes, spots out the yin-yang TP into the back. Wait.
Oh, nice good spot there. JP still trying to do what he's expected to as the Hilda, but Innocent has a decent amount of damage already being put out. Carl TZ going in, but the Shadow does not connect. Oh my goodness.
What? So JP was waiting to use a stun, was able to use it, but didn't land it. Sanford now here, purple buff, still will go to sekysss.
He uses the Phantom Execution. What?
Instant Purify. Dude, if you blink, you might just miss. These battle spells are coming out like it's common grass. When you walk outside, it's so easy to see green. But now that selangorredgiants have slowly itched that gold lead back, we need to see some major advantages.
It has been so terrifying on this, but Hangi doesn't even need to commit the full combo of the Fist Break, Fist Crack. Just using the Fist Crack on its own already puts so much pressure on Team Liquid and forces them to break formation. This seems to be a very different version and tempo of the Liquid we know.
Absolutely. I mean, it's clear that Selangor Red Giants have put the time and effort to come up with a game plan. The question is, how many attempts does Liquid have before it's too late?
So this is a really solid game plan too. As long as the lead doesn't balloon up to like a 4 to 6,000 gold lead, Liquid can keep things manageable. But if it falls that far, that means their gold laner is falling behind, and they need Oheb close to the farm as much as possible. That is their main condition now at this point. Sanji has been deathless as well. JP and Kratis have fallen because of things that have happened to them by the Roman mid laner. Now JP might fall again.
Oh, has the flicker though, but Innocent is here. Doesn't get to finish off the kill just yet, but these are 5 members of SRG using the diversion. Where are they going? They're looking for Carl, but the fight is gonna break out in the mid lane as well. Yums catching JP. There goes Cram as well on the Phobius. Darkwave onto 3 members. Sanford forced to flicker out. Oheb using the blazing duet. Can he go for the outplay? The Yogi Shadow kill committed by Carl as well, but sekysss, he gets to save himself in the 3rd round, and it's JP that's going down.
Dear God, it's down to the wire. Cram nearly dying underneath turret, and even Oheb really playing with death. For the first time, we see both teams showing massive respects.
Innocent?
Sanford goes for the setup, gets cancelled by Cram and Yums though, and so he has no other choice but to escape. Cram still trying to go for him though. There's the dashes used by Valentina Terrify as well, and it's an objective once more over to SRG.
All the micro crowd control that SRG has is disrupting Team Liquid's flow. Another fight.
Oh, Innocent gets taken down by Carl, though he wants to look for more. Stormy and Yums, JP's here as well, but they spot sekysss and no longer pursue, and all the while this is happening, Oheb seems to be looking for something else.
Oh, Yums already shows himself. Sanji and Oheb steals away, and
oh.
they're in a weird spot.
What? Wait,
JP's here. Oheb!
Sanji might have just caught the attention of SRG. Oheb lives and gets a kill. Sanji is the sacrifice just so that Oheb can live and get a kill.
And in a snap, the Stampede has trampled not bodies, but towers across the map.
Really good punish coming in from Team Liquid to try and even up this score. Sanford, he's going to try and get out, but sekysss ain't going to make it easy as they walk away. But let me tell you how Team Liquid figured this out. Knowing the possible locations that this Loyi could send them, seeing Stormy do it out in the open, they figured out straight away that he wasn't going to the top side, but the bottom side. And immediately we see the instant punish of 2 structures just because of a blind call.
What a sequence by these two. SRG showing how much better they've gotten at the team fighting. Those little decisions, the details. They've always been good at that, but I thought that was peak. I thought they couldn't get any better, but they got even better. Better than great, if you could say. Well, Team Liquid, what a call to decide to play the map instead, while also still getting bodies along the way.
Yeah, it's a less than 500 or around 500 gold lead that's just existing right now. Sanji gets to escape sekysss, uses the retribution, but the Yogi Shadow kill is all to himself. Still not enough though. Better dare strike. Innocent to find Sanji, and now Carl is all alone on the other side of the map. Still has a quad shadow. Oheb and JP trying to work on the members chasing after him, and Innocent is the trade!
Sanford and JP are here to help out Carl, but SRG have read the situations that they can't go for Carl, and just like that, Liquid have priority for Lord number 1!
Level 13 to level 13, Sanford. He's gonna go for the zone.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh! There goes a Stormbind! sekysss tries to contest, but it won't be enough! Now it's Yums and Cram running for their lives. JP, Sanford, and Oheb trying to take them down. The basic attacks, they're going, but then Cram is just too tacky.
No.
He might just find an outplay here.
Innocent?
Team Liquid might have to run away, but do they? Sanji, he has arrived. Does he have the better airstrike? He does! And they're gonna full commit under the turret! Team Liquid want more! It's a double for Oheb! And now they're gonna get 1 more kill!
Endless fighting, endless war. Innocent takes one back!
Innocent turning things around!
He did it in Malaysia! He does it here again! A savage! For half man, half beast!
Tell me this game ain't the goddamn best show to watch here today. What a time to be alive. Oh my lord. Team Liquid, despite everything, despite the Savage, the gold lead has swung back and forth 3 times. The metronome doesn't stop here.
Delivering as expected. There's a reason why we hyped up this match. And you see it unfolding before your eyes. Still anybody's game. It looked like it was Liquid's until SRG showed their innocence.
Unbelievable. Innocent. That was such the perfect opportunity to use his assassin mode. Every single member of Team Liquid has already been damaged and have been significantly low in terms of HP. That's an easy cleanup that they have to be really careful of.
I think worse yet. Now I think they really have to start thinking about MR items, right? Sanji has salvaged so many situations with this raw damage, allowing Carl TZ, whether it's him or Sanji, they do good work. Now Oheb has to be extremely careful. Despite having the Trinity build, it doesn't mean that he's safe straight away. If he wants to fall into another type of scenario where he's just eating damage from Innocent, a Winds of Nature is necessary to survive.
So amidst everything, that was one of those results that was definitely avoidable, and Liquid are now going to be looking to avoid giving Innocent that chance again. 6-2-1 is his standing as a Sora.
I wonder how much gold ahead this guy is.
Yeah.
Because Oheb has been really great in looking for other avenues to at least catch up or farm up himself.
Yeah.
But with that Savage, I'm pretty sure it just jumped up there in terms of the gold leads.
Look, if Yums can die twice and still commit to the same habits, if Innocent can find that Savage, I'm pretty sure Team Liquid is going to try again. I feel like they may have tunnel vision towards the latter half of the fight, but to be fair, that fight was like 3 minutes long.
Lord now up. JB's here, the position for Liquid. Oheb's going to be pushing the minion waves down bot, putting the pressure there. SRG continues to clear. They hold the middle bush. Sanford and Sanji far off just a little bit. Oheb the one starting off the Lord.
Oh, okay, the damage lands, but at least he has the DHS.
They're forcing something.
Back his HP. They don't know where Stormy is or if they're even planning to go for a diversion.
Yeah, at the same time, SRG doesn't know where Carl is, or at least may have a bit of an idea.
There's just no vision right now, and they know that bottom side is going to be a net negative. They have to fight. They have to force.
Oh, there goes the third airstrike. JP2 looking for the target. Sekysss trying to look for whoever he gets hit.
Oh!
But despite the fist crack, Carl still secures the objective. And look at that storm mine committed by Sanford. Now 1-by-1.
Innocent!
SRG, they're falling down, but Innocent, he's still making things happen. Sekysss versus Sanford. Will he get to run away? And he will. Sanji and JP, they will be there to help him, and they're trying to go for the kill. Sekysss, will he?
Oh my God!
He actually does!
But JP stands tall! Innocent getting chased by the one they call Daddy, and bang! A shutdown onto Innocent!
One hell of a game! Look at this arena right now, a full wipeout! Close down to the wire. The lead has never broken 3K yet. Both sides refuse to back down here in a best of 3 of all things. It's not even a grand finals. It's just the best of 3.
Yeah, those are crazy mechanics we've seen back and forth from Sanji, from Sekysss, the predictions on where the punctures are gonna end up, and Sekysss just dodging everything. Now it's Liquid trying to go for the siege with 3 synced up minion waves.
I feel something in the air. I feel like SRG definitely still has multiple moments of brilliance under their belt. Yeah, I thought we would see it. It looked very close that Innocent would be able to pull something off alongside Sekysss.
Yeah.
So that's the margin we're working on. The Liquid has to be careful lest they be trampled under the foot of the Giants yet again.
This is such a crazy series, such a crazy series. And now even Cram is thinking like, these fights are taking too long. I'm building into a war axe, man.
Yeah, I think that's looking like a rose gold too for Innocent to finish off this item build. Sustain might be a bit of a problem if the burst won't be enough from Liquid. And it's not like Innocent shows himself immediately. He's the last guy to go in the fight. And he's the guy you do not want to see with full HP bars as the fight has taken so long.
Whoa.
Okay. Hanford?
Can't believe Sanford really showed himself just to get the ultimate away. But now he had to use it just to get out.
Yeah, that's the big problem with Lancelot. You think you can quote-unquote run, but the main goal is done. You've gotten the ult away. You've got 30 seconds until the next Lord actually spawns. In terms
Diversion.
Oheb saw it, thank goodness.
Oh, it's
and
just
only Innocent took it.
Innocent's
No!
all alone. Now they're gonna chase after him.
have to
He
back off.
already uses the Heaven's
Yums.
Wrath, but look at SRG running after every single member they can see. Oheb trying to go for it. Sanford there, and Sekysss will fall. Ogi Shadow Kill committed onto Humes, and now that's the jungler of SRG gone.
It's gonna be a no contest here for this upcoming Lord. Unfortunate for SRG. They thought they had the angle. Oheb spots it just in the nick of time, and an instant response from Liquid.
Liquid will now have advantage for this Lord. Started off by Baby Cake. Innocent. Use the ult, and now SRG will not be able to contest.
I mean, it's fine. His ult is super short at level 15. He's already got the Oracle, the Brute Force Breastplate on top of having the War Axe. His cooldown is roughly about 13 seconds every single time he uses his ult. It should be coming back up in just a little bit, but now we need to see how this push occurs, right? Sanji, really good with the Feathered Airstrike to siege their opponents out. The question is, who can stop him without using a Flicker?
That Stormbind earlier was really, really close from Innocent. But looking at the wave clear that you would expect from them, even when just Innocent uses his assassin mode, that's gonna be a lot already to deal with this potential siege that's gonna come in from Team Liquid. And even more so, the amount of dives and even the unexpected potential diversion to just bring whoever they want to onto the back lines is still going to remain a threat for Team Liquid here, and I'm mainly talking about Humes. He cannot be sent to the back lines, and he cannot find multiple members if Team Liquid wants to end it.
He just has to peel from the front. Oh, okay. Oki Shadow Kill already out.
Ooh.
That's a pretty big ultimate here now that the Lord hasn't even gotten to the inhibitors yet.
They're just going to want to use it for the push. Liquid will have to wait for the next minion waves.
Sanford versus Innocent here down bottom. Oh, there's the Feathered Airstrike. Deals so much damage already to the other members of SRG as they take down their first base turret. Oheb dealing so much damage as well. Sekysss! He will fall to the hands of Liquid, and the Lord's already inside the base. JP trying to zone out multiple members. Darkwave already committed, but Sanji, look at the damage of Carl Teasy as well. Humes catches too,
Innocent?
but with the counter plays from Liquid, it's over for game number 1.
8.6k lead right at the very end. One hell of a bout, and only smiles. This is the most amount of fun these 10 boys have on a world stage.
Innocent got a savage in this game. Yet Team Liquid walked away with, what was that, 8,000 plus gold lead, folks. That's 2 M series in a row now where someone got a savage and it's the opposing team that won.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. 62k to 53k, it just happens. And Sanford, he's sitting there, is like, man, this was really unfun to play.
It was not. You could not imagine the Apex Predator being held back by a Valentina pick, but we saw it happen here.
Liquid had to crawl and claw for this one as SRG took them to their limits. The highlights play out, but it was a fun one, definitely. Innocent got a savage. Liquid, though, was in control for majority of the game.
It really just came down to, it's not like they were making bad decisions. The question was, how much movement speed did you have? Do you have enough movement speed? Were you able to execute perfectly every single time? Because micro mistakes ended up I wouldn't say 10x, that'd be a little too over the top. A 4x punishment.
I really couldn't get over the fact that it seemed like such a great start. Despite that first blood that Humes had, they were still able to play equally as aggressive. And it felt as if whenever you saw Innocent come in, you just start to
Get jittery.
get jittery and
Get a
run
little
away.
sweaty.
I will admit, it's very difficult to come up with an MVP here for Team Liquid.
Yeah. Wait, I can't.
I can't. There's really not.
It's a tough choice.
I
Usually we're the ones voting for the MVP, but it's really tough. I don't know where to begin. It took a total team effort by TL. What was JP did a really good job, 6-4 and 12. I think the double kill in the mid that shut down the Innocent after they were chasing really kept their lead up. Plus, he continued what he usually does as a Hilda.
But also, Oheb was the guy who spotted sekysss.
That's true.
And was the guy who dealt so much damage when they were going for the push. But also Sanji allowed for that to happen. to Oheb.
Exactly, right?
Because
I'm sorry. If we can be heard right now behind the scenes, we greatly and humbly apologize that we cannot we cannot vote for anyone for MVP specifically. Like the moment you try to name one, you can't help but name the rest of Team Liquid.
Yep.
it's all interconnected.
I will fight somebody in production.
Yeah.
They say that they need one. I'm like, how can you say just one?
Shall we do what the game does and just go for the guy with the highest KDA?
I feel honestly, I feel like best score. Let's take that.
Yeah, JP, 6-4 and 12.
Okay,
I
let's
guess
go,
that's
let's
our
go.
vote. Our vote is JP. Just to simplify things, even though it's really hard to get to that final decision.
It's okay.
There's
It's okay.
just so many moments that, like, if you stereotype the archetypes of players for every single role, there is a certain protocol that you usually follow within those roles. This game broke all of those rules. It's the very first time you get to see teams kind of not only express themselves in a way that is not only beautiful, but genuinely exciting because the numbers just don't matter.
Yeah, I love how this summarized the entire idea of JP and Yumes and their contrast as
Yeah.
roamers. I feel like this is such a great example and testament as to how different these two guys are, and they both work in their own way. It's just that JP is such a solid pillar to the entire foundation of how Liquid plays, but no amount of flashy fist break, fist cracks
Yeah.
was able to deal with it in
Yeah,
that game.
because JP at the end, his job was, you guys good? I'm just gonna chase whoever I need to chase, man. Like, because SRG would look at the Hilda and say, that's not really the problem. We have to look at the others first. But then they realize the Hilda is the problem, because the compounding damage that she would dish out, the more you avoid the Hilda, leads to you suddenly getting stunned down. JP's just standing there in the back, chasing the back and just slashing everyone.
Yeah.
I can't forget that one play he did where he chased down sekysss and another one under the turret, and he just had to recall right over there. But okay, of course.
It's Oheb. Wow. To everybody's not surprised because again, great team, great game so far. And I think that Oheb definitely had as you can see, based off of his items, right? He is stuck with 5 items. He is stuck with 5 items. He is switching them as soon as he gets them to get maximum value. But I think it's time to really break down this game through the highlights. Because the most important thing when we talk about this game is the trigger finger, like we told before. But the early game didn't go so well for Yumes. The question is, what was the game plan? Let's pause it right here, because as we see that the game plan for SRG is very simple. Take out Samford. If Samford is missing from these fights, it becomes so much easier to actually play the game. From the opposite side, Team Liquid is looking at one person first in the earlier stages of the game, and that is to punish Yumes. If Yumes is slow on his level 4, the whole team can actually play for their purple buff, which is pretty important for a Hayabusa if he wants to get into a position where he can start 1v5ing. As we continue to play these clips, right, just watch the positioning of specifically the man-to-man defense from SRG. When you see Feathered Airstrike in the other game, Stormy is coming to look to close it out each and every time. But I don't know about you guys. Did you get the feeling that when you're looking at the draft, Innocent versus Oheb, oh yeah, the laning phase must suck for him. As soon as he hit level 4, oh my goodness, the team fights were different.
Yeah. We saw that happen. I wish we had a bit more time to look at the Savage, but I can't blame it. It happened too fast.
It happens so very quick here. And I mean, every single Lord fight, you're looking to kill the members, right? Because as soon as it becomes a no contest, it's not even going to work. And Innocent, he's able to get a lot of value from how short his cooldowns are, but his only limiting factor is how long that ult lasts for. Because look at this, every single time, big damage, big damage, big damage, and I think you want to keep your eyes on Carl TZ for when he goes for the Oki Shadow kill. His targets always line up with JP.
Yeah, and I would have assumed it was so difficult to find like targets all alone or separated from the others, or at least be able to cast his Ogi Shadow Kill in a manner which won't entirely be spread out in terms of damage. But it seems... Oh!
even the Indonesian broadcast had a chuckle out of that.
Welcome to the world.
That's another 10,000 followers.
Oh no, is your steak too juicy? Drinks too sweet? Oh. It's okay. You can take a little bit of a breather now because we're here at the post game, and when we start looking at the items, a couple of interesting aspects that we see. Usually when we see sekysss go for a war axe, it feels like, hey, I am falling behind, and therefore I don't even want to complete the Fury Hammer or even the Hunter Strike, so I'll take my time. But once the timings